Back. What's going on? Everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a good day. Welcome to another exciting episode of One on One Talk with your boy, Pico City Brown, Pico Brown, Pico City. It's all the same guy. But before I start, just saw that. Well, wow, that's crazy. Send me some cash, out me some money. But you already know how it is, man. If y'all haven't subscribed, feel free to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube, Pico the City Brown at One on One Talk PTSD. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button on YouTube. You can also follow me on TikTok at Pico City. Hit that follow button on TikTok. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming, so you guys just got to be patient. Give me a minute. It'll all be okay. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I want to thank everybody for listening to my show. And I appreciate it a lot. But somebody sent me something, and of course, you know how I do it. I'll just read it off and let me know what you guys think about it. But before I start to read it, I just want everybody to know, this is my disclaimer, this show isn't about stabbing or poking or belittling black men. Same thing for black women. I'm just giving facts I'm just giving opinions to things that people send me. So I'm only giving my facts and my opinions on what people send me. So don't take it to heart. We're just having a conversation. That's all it is. I don't need nobody sending me death threats and putting pipe bombs and stuff in my mailbox. So I'm just kidding. But no, don't take it to heart. This is not a stab at anybody. I'm just a guy with a podcast. So just bear with me. But this was sent to me, and I'm going to read it off. It says, this is dedicated to women, but I'm going to read it off because somebody sent it to me, and I'm just read it off to you. It says, females are not the prize. Oh, wait, let me cut this off for a second. I'll cut it down one. It says, females are not the prize. Be realistic. Half of them, well, the way they got it is weird because they look like they was Russian. Half of them are ran through at a young age. Half of y'all want a man to pay all of your bills and expenses, hair, nails, outside food, etc. Half of y'all messy as F-U-C-K, to the point you can't see the floor in y'all's bathrooms. Can't clean at all. In other words, she's saying y'all messy. Y'all got nasty homes. Can't see the bathroom. It's so little. Let's see. Okay. Half y'all abusive as hell and think it's so cute. Half y'all hope in half y'all hop in relationship or the whole entire time the relationship and start acting for you men. I have no idea what that means. Half of y'all will cut off a man for taking advice from his own mama. Half of y'all don't know the entire time because of y'all own insecurities, and you, I don't know who wrote this, and you treat a man like he's you treat a man like he's the one that played you in, this is weird, played you in MF blessing. Oh, that plays you and you want to be a blessing. Okay, I guess that's what this person is saying. Half y'all don't let them have their own peace, sleep for hours, drink a little, be on a game for hours after work. Now, that part I can get. Okay, go out with his friends. Don't even let a man hold a door for a lady without getting mad, calling him friendly. That part is true. So, calling him friendly, go out and ask these men out. Okay, in other words, they're saying, go ask a man out, pay for their gas, pay for their meals, open the door for them once in a while. That's kind of wishy-washy. Be a driver instead of a passenger. Sometimes give him random gifts. That part is cool. Give them random gifts, yet get rejected by your man once and start calling them names. Yeah, that's true. Though these men that no means no, or tell these, well, in other words, she's saying, tell these men that no means no, can't be mad at starting to learn their own. In other words, she's saying you can't be mad at a man for starting to know his worth. There was a woman that wrote that. I mean, it looked like when she was typing, she looked like she was rushing, like, I don't know what that is, but yeah, I mean, I get her point. I get her point, but I just wish she would have worded it better because people are going to be looking at this. But it's an older woman. I thought it was a child, but if I'm going off the picture, it's an older woman. So she probably was typing fast, and it happens. But she hit a few points. How many women actually surprise their men with gifts? Not too many. Not too many. Let's just be honest. Too many. Most women won't surprise their man with a gift, but it's expected for a man to surprise a woman with a gift because that's the way we're taught. Remember, treat that woman first. You put nobody first before the Lord and yourself. I don't care who you are. Unless that's your wife, hell, in some points, you don't even put her first. Nobody comes before you. That's signed, sealed, and delivered because anything can happen. You got to live with yourself. You have to deal with yourself. It's funny. You know, most women are abusive. I mean, we know that men are abusive, but this is a woman addressing other women's problems. Remember the show we had about toxic men, and we had a show about toxic women? Have people come into relationships bringing the old crap with them? It's the same thing. So we ain't gonna even get into the toxic thing, but it's pretty much the same thing. So call it the way you want to call it. Call it the way you want to call it. But let's just be honest for a second. We always were taught that women are the prize, and in my eyes, I don't care who the prize. If I pick you, I pick you. If I don't, I don't. If you pick me, you pick me. If you don't, you don't. But you can't expect queen results, and you were born, and you take on ways as a peasant. No, it don't work like that. It'll never work like that. So you can't be a prize. You have babies by all these different types of dudes, but now at the end of the day, you want to say, well, I'm the prize. No, it'll never work like that. It'll never work like that. So regardless how anybody feels, you probably feel that you can be the prize within yourself. And that's fine, but don't expect the world to look at you through your eyes, because people look at you through their eyes, and the things you do will reflect off on how people look at you. I mean, it's funny, but the list goes on. I've heard a couple of men say, there's no peace in the house. I heard a lot of married men say this. I heard a lot of men in relationships say this, that women, you guys are supposed to be the stress reliever. Meaning, I'm not talking about sex. I'm just saying, make sure that guy continue to have a good day. If he have a bad day at work, he come on, you make sure you do it in your power. You make sure he have a good day at home with you. No, just like I said earlier before in a couple of podcasts, nobody wants to come home to an angry woman, or no woman wants to come down to an angry man. And I have to keep putting guys in, because if I don't put the men in, somebody will see this podcast and think I'm just picking on women. They won't look at the whole show. They'll just say, well, there he go talking about women again. But this is a woman that wrote this little paragraph. So don't shoot the messenger. It's not me. But no man wants to come home to a battleground. The battleground is out in the street. You're supposed to carry nerves for that guy, man. Men got feelings just like women do. It's the exact same way, but yet I still see more people catering to just one side. No, we want to feel good just like y'all want to feel good. It's pretty much the same thing. So you got to ask yourself, who's really in a relationship, who's really catering to who? The man is going to cater to the woman, because for some strange reason, I don't know why, most relationships in most men relationships, they don't get treated fairly. They don't. It's more than, well, I'll give him sex anytime he wants to. No, man, that does nothing in that situation. Or if you dating with a woman, she wants you to pay all the bills. And who made that theory up that if you're dating somebody, you have to pay their bills? I don't know who made that up. Somebody somewhere made up something crazy and people just ran for it. Because you're a woman, you have a vagina, 2 + 2 still equals 4. That's nothing new under the sun. So no, wine and dine him for a change. And like I said last time on my last podcast, when Brother Marcus had chimed in, most women are catching on to this trend. It may not be as fast, but I got to give kudos to the ones that's catching on, and I have to give kudos to the one that respect or take in consideration what people are telling them what's going wrong. If 100 men get up and say, hey, this is the problem, and out of all those 100 men, the problem, they all have the same problem with women. It's a problem with women. Just be honest. Just like the same way if 100 women got up and said, well, men don't do this, and they all agree, and they don't even know each other, and they all say the same thing, and it boils down to one key factor, that's the problem. So it's not a fact that men are picking on women. Oh, y'all picking on those. Y'all get all these podcasts and blah, blah, blah. There's a problem somewhere. There's definitely a problem somewhere. So I don't know what it is, but we just have to do better. Men and women, we have to do better. Regardless of what's going on in life, well, I got you, cuz of what's going on in life, nobody's the prize. Nobody's the prize because we're human. If you marry a woman, you have to take care of her. Simple as that. That goes out to all the brothers. I said this 1,000 times, and I'll probably say 1,000 more. You have to take care of that woman. Regardless, that's the one you chose, so you have to deal with what you got. Ladies, if that man wants to marry you and you allow him to marry you, you say yes. You have to submit to that man. That's biblical. That's law. I don't care what kind of laws the white man made up, the black man. No, that's just law. It is what it is. Hey, look, I don't make these rules. Like I always say, I'm just a guy with a podcast and I know a couple of things. But it's always going to go back to how you treat each other. Men want to be treated like kings. Women want to be treated like queens. But yet, a woman can be a Dusty Donathan and she still want to be treated like a queen. A man can be a straight up pimp or a thug. He wants to be treated like a king. In order to be treated like a king and a queen, you have to have those attributes as a king and a queen. It's just that simple. So we can't run around here saying, well, this, that, and don't get me wrong. Some women do cater to their guys. They do. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you are a woman that does cater to your guy, your man, your wife, your husband, I applaud you. Hats off to you. This isn't about you. So I don't want nobody putting down on the comments saying, well, I do that. Whoopee freaking do. You're supposed to do that. You're in a relationship. You got to do what you have to do to keep that man happy. He got to do what he have to do to keep you happy. So guess what? Trick or freaking treat. Buy him something he don't even know you want to get, or buy her something she don't even know she's going to get. It's not always just me. I'm the woman. You have to do this. You have to do that. No, because at the end of the day, we all get old and we'll all wither away and pass on. So that makes none of us special. I can see if I dealt with you at 18, we both 18, and years later, you 75 and I still look like I'm 18, well, that means I'm better than you. But if I age, I'm no better than you are. So I don't know who changed the rules. I really don't know, but it's time to get back to reality. And that's why a lot of relationships are unhappy. That's why a lot of relationships are going on the fritz, because somebody taught them that it's just about you. Sure, anybody can be replaced. That's the easy part. Replacing somebody, that's way too easy. But you better make sure you want to replace that person. Because good relationships, real good relationships, I'm not saying perfect, real good relationships, it's like a sale. When it's gone, it's gone. It may come back, it may never come back. So the sister got she had some pretty good points. She had some pretty interesting points. Insecurity. We just talked about that a couple of days. I think it was the last time I did a podcast or a while ago. People get in relationships and they have insecurity issues, doubts. He might cheat on me. I'm gonna give him a chance, but I know he's gonna cheat. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. If you're in a fresh relationship, you should have enough respect for that man or woman to have fresh ideas in your head. Go in there with a positive thought. Don't go in there assuming, it's gonna happen anyway. He cute, girl, he cute. I'm gonna give him a chance, but I already know he gonna cheat. You're a fool. You're a fool. And so, hey, it is what it is. We can't change the narratives of this. Let's see what else I can hit on. Oh yeah, and I've been told that before. If you out with your guy, and the guy's a gentleman, this guy is a gentleman. No matter what you do, he's a gentleman. And y'all walking into a restaurant or a store or whatever, and he sees some women walking to the door. He just walk up and hold the door open for women, and they say, "Well, thank you." Don't look at that man talking about you flirtatious or you ain't have to hold the door for them. That's what you call an evil, toxic woman, man. That's how that brother was raised. His parents taught him respect your elders, regardless of what you do. Respect your elders. It's sometimes it's polite to open the door for a woman. She ain't got to be with you. It's just respect. But some women get jealous. I seen this thing on TikTok, and I don't know if it was a video, just a reaction video or what. This couple's walking down the street, and the guy, you can tell the guy was in good spirit. He was like, "Good morning, ladies. How you guys doing? I hope you have a nice day." His girlfriend like, "What the hell you doing?" He like, "What do you mean? Why you got to talk to them in front of my face?" It sounds funny, but I've actually been in relationships like that. I have. I've been called all type of things just because I grew up with respect and manners for people. But that's what society don't want us to have. We just got to treat, I got a woman, I got to shun everybody out from the world, out of my world. I got to shun it up. Girl, don't look at me. I can't talk to you. No. You was human. When you came out of your mother's womb, you're going to die like that. We're supposed to coexist with each other. So if she got those kind of trust issues, bro, guess what? You in for a big fat surprise. You're in for a big surprise. I don't use the term women holding the door because women don't hold the door open for other women. Let's just be honest. Women really don't even like each other. But it is what it is. And once again, people don't make the rules, man. But women really don't like each other. That's why they can sit there and criticize and talk about each other all day. But you have some women that do get along with women. Some women do have good, beautiful, loving, caring hearts. They don't care about that stuff. And if the guys, to the brothers out there, if you gonna get a girlfriend or just dating or one day get a wife, make sure she's not a jealous-hearted person. Because if she's a jealous-hearted person, that relationship, that marriage is not going to work. Because everything you do won't be pleasant in her eyes. It just won't. She's always going to think you're flirting. She's going to do this. She's going to think this. She's going to think that. And then guess what? Guess what's knocking at the door? Insecurity. And here that comes in her head. She's like, well, he's doing this, he's doing that. And now you coming to him pissed off and angry. And then guess what you got? You got a fight on your hands. Not a fist fight, an argument. So don't be, to all the brothers out here, please, don't be scared to don't be scared to cut these toxic women off. Please don't be scared, because they're not going to be scared to cut you off. They won't. They will drop you just as fast as all outdoors. So don't be scared. Okay, well, guess what? It ain't working. I'm out of here. See, the beauty about men and women is God gave us all sense. Women know they got a good man when they see one. It might not be the best, but they know a good man when they see one. Just like men know a good woman when they see one. And it's hard to let something like that go, because if you see a future within that person, it's hard to let it go. So, and somebody once told me, you have to be sure. Okay? You have to be sure that's what you want to do. If you're finna break up with somebody, be sure that person is out of your life. Because if that person's not out of your life and you meet somebody and you still got feelings for that person, well, guess what do you think is going to happen? Let's just be honest. I'm not here to talk about the willpower and I got so much strength. No, because feelings don't die. Be sure you're over that person. I'm telling you, take my advice, people. Be sure you're over that person, because that person can come back and you already head over heels about that person. What do you think is going to happen? Let's just be adults for a second. Or he whispered this in my ear, and what the old people say, he sweet nothings, but you fell for it. You fell for it. Then now the person you with, he's trying hard to prove to you that he's worth being with, and you just crushed his feelings because you wasn't sure about Michael, or Michael wasn't sure about Teresa. Before you decide to go your separate ways and you still in crazy mad in love with somebody, just ask for, just like job, just ask for some time off. You know what? Let's get a little space. You know, we're moving too fast, or let's just chill for a couple of weeks or something like that. Okay, that's fine. But that don't mean by you chilling for a couple of weeks, you go out there and find somebody else. Now you're bringing somebody else into your world of mischief. And then you got a problem. Because you be telling that person, oh, my ex did this, he did that. Have you ever noticed when people talk about their exes, they talk about them like Romans talked about Jesus. They talk about them so bad. She was a whore. This nigga was this. He was a no good nigga. She did all this. And when they get back together, and I'm not talking about relationship wise, they see each other and a conversation spark, they come them feelings, bam, right back up. Ta-da, they're back. So now what? Now you done led the other person on, and guess what? Here comes the conversation of the year. We need to talk. Talk about what? Well, such and such came back. Ta-da, there you go. That's why I never believed the theory on baby mamas hating baby daddies or baby daddies hating baby mamas. You can't go against the, I don't care what nobody say. We cannot go against the grain what God ordained to be real. If you go against that grain, that means you're better than he is. When a man and woman have a child, just like a man and woman have unprotected sex, that's how, I'm not saying that's the only way, but that's one of the reasons why women fall in love with men. DNA is way stronger than we think. It ain't just have sex with a woman, pop off in her, she might get pregnant. No. Now that woman is part of your blood. If you don't believe me, go on YouTube and whatever, Google it and see what the real meaning of what DNA does. You'd be surprised. That stuff get in a woman's bones. It seeps into their bones. And when that stuff seeps into their bones, that woman only knows that man. That's why people are supposed to be virgins until they got married. Because you're supposed to only know that one man. That's it. So when you see these women out here acting crazy, why do you think they're acting crazy? They didn't have sex with all these men unprotected, and all those different spirits are in them. Now they're fighting. That's one of the reasons. I ain't gonna say that's the reason. That's one of the reasons. There's a reason why when a man have a child by a woman, the woman still love this man no matter what. We never sat and thought about that. Because in the Lord's eyes, they are connected whether we like it or not. So we can riffraff all we want. Oh no, he this, he that. I can't stand him. Tell you what, me and a friend had this conversation and we both came to an agreement. Let that man get his life together. Let him get a hell of a job. He changed his whole wardrobe. And you see this. And this kid and this man, you had kids by this man. And you see this. And you ain't got nobody in your life. Nobody. And he's calling you on the phone or whatever. Y'all keep in touch for the kids. He'd be like, you know what? Let's go out one day. And you be like, no, I don't deal with you no more. He like, man, look, I ain't even on no more. I changed. And you seeing this guy attributes. You seeing this guy change. You like, man, okay, bam. So when you gonna let me take you out? Okay, I guess. Me, you, and the kid can go out. It really don't matter. Y'all go out. He starts, all three of y'all, how many kids y'all got with each other? Y'all go out, have family day. And one day, he just might want to just take you out. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. He might want to take you out. When he take you out, see, you can have conversations because you can have conversations with him, or he can have conversations with you because the kids aren't there anymore. You see these attributes. This man, he's actually willing to do what's right by you. I'm not going to bring the kid into it. I'm just saying by you, because he's probably already doing good by the kid. Doing good by you. And all that stuff you talk, I hate him, I can't stand him. Never. Y'all get right back together. So who's the fool? You for believing that, or him for thinking that there's a chance? It'll be you. I'm not saying in situations this happens all day, every day, but if you give people enough time in your life, they will grow on you. How many people we know in relationships that was like, man, you look at them like, man, I don't see how they got together. She can look like a basic woman. He can look like somebody out of Hollywood because she treat him good. She treat him good. He ain't got to worry about nothing. They're like Starsky and freaking Hutch. And that's the best couple in the world if you got a couple that want to work together. But if somebody trying to outshine somebody else, man, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. As much as I don't hate her, but I'm not a Beyonce fan. I was really never a Beyonce fan. I was a Destiny Child's fan, but not a Beyonce fan. Now, her first album, Sands of the Time, I can't remember. That was the best album to me. I love that album, and I'm not an R&B person. Anybody knows Pico, he's not an R&B guy. Pico is a retro guy, a 80s guy. That's what Pico is. But she made a song, and I'm quite sure y'all heard about this before. Marcus, was good, bro. She made a song that was referring to men. Let me cater to you. The song was cool. I'm not a Beyonce fan. I heard the song. I'm like, man, that's a cool song. I wasn't putting on repeat on people. Oh, man, you heard what she said? No, it was a nice song. Years later, there's crap about the song. A lot of women got together and said, hey, we ain't got to do that. Why do we have to cater to men? Because guess what? Women, like it or not, that's your job. You don't like your job? Quit. Simple. It's real simple, because a guy don't have a problem trying to do his job. But when it's time for a woman to do her job, she got ifs, ands, and buts in her back pocket. Marcus, what's good, man? And it shouldn't be like that, man. It should be a 50-50 street. You do for me, I do for you. It's not you do for me, maybe I'll do for you. Maybe. No, man. If this man is willing to bend over backwards for you, guess what? You got to bend over backwards for him too, whether we like it or not. That's the one thing, the only thing that's going to get us as a black community to grow. We have to get back to the old ways. We have to get back to the old ways, man. I know we've been spoon-fed this crap back in the days that all the men was back in the 60s and 70s. All the men got up and left their wives. No, guess what? I got a newsflash for you guys. They did a research on it. It wasn't all men. It was women too. That's when the Feminist Act kicked in. And we already talked about that. We already talked about that. That was a white person's thing. The white women got together and said, hey, we want to do the things our men do. They said, okay, pass the bill. When they passed the bill and it was time to pay the check, all them white women turned around and say, y'all, we out of here. But the black sisters kept it, because most black sisters don't want to be told what to do. And that's an insult when it comes to men and the Lord. If you have a man, a God-fearing man, and he's not treating you like dirt, and he's trying to get you on the right path, give that man respect. Stop going and saying, well, I ain't got to do that. You don't control me. That's your problem now. You talk too much. Shut up sometimes. Sometimes it's okay to listen to what people got to say. And this goes for both. This goes for brothers and the sisters. Just because you got a woman That don't mean she can't give good advice. I know a couple of women that give damn good advice. And you know how us men get sometimes here with men. We got to be able to the cream of the crop. But sometimes they go wrong. You're like, damn, I should listen to her. Or you know what, baby, you was right. That was my fault. I should have listened. There's nothing wrong with that. That goes back with the story I used to tell you guys when people say, well, I'm sorry, but. If you say I'm sorry, but, you're not sorry. When you apologize, just get it. You know what? I'm sorry. Or you can say it came out wrong. Well, I'm sorry, but you remember, no, you're not sorry. Because now you're making up more stuff to cover up the sorry. So, take it the way you want to take it. Some women are actually waking up. Me and Brother Marcus had this conversation day before yesterday. Some women are waking up to this stupid thing they got us doing, fighting against each other. You don't see this in the other race, but you see it in the black race, and pretty much that's it. Now it's getting to the fact that it didn't spread it. Now you do see it in every race because you got white boys doing podcasts and they women say the same thing. Why do I have to, if I'm married to a husband, if I'm married and I got a husband, why do I got to cook for him? How come he can't cook for me? The roles are being reversed. That's all it ever will be. People can get on here and say, oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Did I say there was something wrong with it? Of course not. I didn't say that. But we all have a role to play in this life, especially when you're married. You can be two checks coming in or one check coming in. It don't matter. That's still the man of the house. See, we want to make rules and regulations to fit our customs. Mel, what's good, man? We want to make rules and regulations to fit our customs. No, he's the man of the house. God made man's over woman. He didn't say woman over man or man over woman to be equal. No, that man's the head honcho, whether we like it or not. And y'all can quote me on this if y'all want to. Until we get back, like I said, until we get back to our regular ways, we're going to always be messed up. Always. He's the head of the house. He has the last and final say. That's just the role of a man. And it's not about being this or being that or being sexist. No. Women, if you want to be head of a household, guess what? Don't get married. It's simple. See how easy it is? You can do that all you want. No, women always say, hey, I don't need a man. Pico, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I would never say that because I know the beauty and qualifications of a woman. So I'm going to always want and need a woman. That's how the Lord made me to be. I don't want to get through this life just me. Now, people can do what they want to do, but believe me, when you get to the point that you want to be with a significant other, you're going to need that person. I would never say, I make all this money. I don't need no woman. Nope, I can win a lottery today. I can win $40 billion today. I'm not going to break up with my girlfriend. That's just stupid. Nope, I don't need you no more. Hell, you was giving me that money. Look at all this money I got now. Finna go out there and just blow it on other women. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's why men and women are different. Now you got some women that's down for the cause. But you're going to be down for the cause. You got to be down for the cause forever. You can't just say, I'm a ride and die chick, and I do this and I got that, and you get a good paying job and you leave them. You wasn't a ride or die chick. You wasn't. But it is what it is, man. Once again, I'm just a guy with a podcast. Take it the way you want to take it. I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm just here reading what somebody read, somebody gave me, and it was a woman that wrote this comment, and it was a woman that sent it to me. Take it the way you want to take it. I'll put it on my page after the show. This is a woman, so y'all won't think I'm lying. This is a woman. So if a woman can see the evil in a woman, you know it's a problem. Just like if a man can see evil in a man, it's a problem. Maybe some women are actually getting fed up and tired and saying, hey, we going at this crap the wrong way, man. Every relationship we get into, he end up leaving me. I don't leave him, he leaves me. Why are these men always leaving? Why? It's not them. It's you. Maybe it's something you doing. Oh, he didn't do this. He ain't fit my criteria. He didn't fit my needs. No, man, sit down and think like, okay, I'm 40 years old. Okay, we know some relationships you're going to breeze through. Some of them relationships aren't even worth mentioning. But when you get, well, like I said, when you're in your 40s or something and you date all these people and from 40 to 48, you done had 15, 16 boyfriends, something is wrong with you. It's not them, it's you. Same thing with the brothers. If you got same age, 40, and you 48 now, and you had 15, 16 girlfriends, stop and look in the mirror and think, hey, what am I doing wrong? How come everybody leaving me on the same note? So I must be abusive, or I must be toxic, or for the women, the same thing. I gotta be doing something wrong because that's too much. This one don't work. Oops, give me another one. That one don't work. Give me another one. No. Sit down and reevaluate yourself. Instead of jumping into a relationship with somebody else, evaluate yourself. Break down yourself. Defy yourself. See what the problem is. And that's with brothers and sisters. This is your boy Pico Brown, man. I want to thank everybody for listening today. I thought today was a pretty special show because she broke down a lot of things. Like I said, after the show, I'm going to throw it on my page so y'all can read it for yourself. I want to thank everybody for listening. I'm sorry, a lot of women are now leaving their relationships because some believe they can do better. Exactly, man. Looking for love in the wrong places. Mel, you already know. Bro, you already know. You and Marcus. People, if you got a good man at home, and I was going to close out, but I got to say this. If you got a good man at home, a good guy, I'm not saying a perfect guy, I'm not saying great. He ain't never cheat on you. If y'all live together or not, he's doing everything he can to prove to you his worth. And you break up with that man for GP and say, I want to find somebody better, or I outgrew you. Best believe karma's going to turn around and kick you in the butt, because then you're going to get somebody that's going to beat the crap out of you or treat you like dirt or have other women in your car or all type of stuff. But then guess what? When the crap hits the fan and reality kicks in, you go try to dig that brother up again. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave you. Baby, look, even if he got somebody to know, he's got to be a fool to take you back. No, I was a good guy. I didn't do nothing wrong. I heard women on podcasts say, well, he was a good man. He did all this, but why you break up with him? Because he wasn't funny enough. Now, if that ain't stupid, I don't know what is. Why you break up with him? He wasn't romantic enough. See, people want to have people in their relationships and shape and mold them the way they see fit for them to be. It's not that. It will never work like that. No. You can't shape and mold anybody. Just like getting a man or a man getting a woman and say, I spent a year with her. Now I want her to be more loving. I want him to hold my hand, walk through the mall, rip his shirt off and plug stuff into his chest and type it in the computer and it feeds into him. No, it don't work like that, man. Everybody's not going to be a hopeless romantic. That don't mean that person don't love you, man. He ain't got to hold your hand all day and be kissing all up on your jaw and showing everybody his affection. Oh, I love you more. Baby, I love you more. He ain't got to do none of that. She ain't got to do that neither. Because at the end of the day, you know how that person feel about you. And on that note, I'm closing out. I want to thank you guys for listening. You already know who it is. It's your boy Pico the City Brown. Do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed, tell a friend. Hit me up on YouTube. Go to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Pico the City Brown, one-on-one talk, PTSD. KS sounds. It says, hey, big head. I don't even know who KS is. But hey, hit me up on YouTube, Pico the City Brown, one-on-one talk, PTSD. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification on YouTube. Every time I post a video, you guys will know when it's up there if you hit the notification button. Hey, tell somebody you know a guy with a podcast. Check him out. You can also follow me on TikTok at Pico City. Hit that follow button. You already know what time it is, man. You know I always end my show. Always keep God first. We need him more, and we need to pray more, and let's love each other more. This your boy Pico the City Brown signing off saying take care of yourself and each other. And one more time before I get off, I want to thank everybody for listening today. I appreciate you guys. You guys mean a lot. From the bottom of my heart, I love you guys when you on this page with me. I mean, hey, look, we learn from each other. And hey, if you feel generous, feel free to send some stars. I do accept stars and links. So hey, you already know what time it is. But I'm out of here, man. Take care of yourself and each other. I'm out of here.